The reason why you are not marketable, the reason why your business isn't marketable, or you cannot even market your service or your product, is lack of confidence. It's either you lack confidence in yourself, or you lack confidence in the product or service you want to render or you want to sell. This is one of the reasons why you are not marketable. Your product or service isn't marketable, or you lack knowledge. You don't even understand the terms and the conditions, the pros and the cons, the benefits and the disadvantages in that thing you want to render or in that thing you want to sell, or even not understanding who you are. Lack of confidence is one of the reasons why your product or service or you yourself isn't marketable. Number two reason why your product or service is not marketable is that you don't know the worth or value of that thing. As long as you know you have your product or service that is worth in it, why don't you go ahead and market your product or your service? There must be people to buy. But my advice would be, when you want to start, you start small. When you want to start your pricing, let your pricing be moderate. Then when you are now building your market or your target, understanding the worth or the value, you can now increase it. But have at the back of your mind the target audience or your target market. Then understanding the worth of your product or the value. Don't worry about it. It's just a matter of time. The people that will patronize you will come. So go ahead and market your product or service as long as you know the worth or the value. Another thing that makes a product or service not to be marketable is fear. Fear. You are afraid. You are afraid that people will call you names. I've been afraid of name calling. Is either you are afraid of people will say, she likes money, or he likes money. That is why you are afraid for you not to be name called, for people not to call you names, or you are afraid of people say maybe she's lacking money, that is why he or she is doing this. Fear is one of the reasons why your service or your product or you yourself, you are not marketable. Another reason why you are not marketable is the inability to identify your target market, your audience. Identity crisis. You cannot identify or define your target market or your audience is another reason why you are not marketable, or you yourself or your product or your service isn't marketable. Be able to identify your target market. If you are looking at middle class, to sell to middle class or to market to middle class, why don't you identify or define your audience or your target market? If it's for the elite, define it. Let it have definition. Let your target market or audience have definition, a definite identity. Then if it's for the masses, you define that this service or this product is for the masses. So make sure you define your service or your product. You define your target audience. That is what makes it marketable. And that is why you can also market, because you can be able to differentiate, this is what I want and how I want it and the people I want to benefit from this thing.